on him as an individual for a better stage performance. At least early on, he has certainly delivered.
One of the things we worried about, not necessarily Vivid's performance, which is nice start so far to the round. Not so much Vivid's performance, but how Krim and Illy would respond to sort of getting back into the flow of things. And right now, Illy looking great. London's bomb still out and about. Got an open B bomb site. And they're really checking every corner as they should. They do get this one down, this 2v3 retake situation now. Empire, no eyes on it just yet. They've got the man advantage. See how they play this. Illy on the flank.
And there's a ton of the map that has been left open. So Empire actually don't have a ton of information, and that is a problem. Already Shawnee getting that pick, and well, you put yourself in a 2 versus 2, and you're still looking for Afro. You know he planted the bomb, but again, there's just so many things you have to check.
Oh, the Hitman Shawnee finally been dropped. It's a quick defuse. Will Afro check it? Will Afro check it? Oh, drops it. Time to be had here, though, for the kill. The 2v1 situation. Can Afro? No, he can't. Krim gets it. Straight onto the bomb. Plenty of time to get it done. But man, it was... Illy could have held that. He could have actually held that and got the defuse there. A massive round to tie things up. Chance 4-4 and Empire. When things get mixy, Empire have a nice time. It has to be said.
I think really towards the end, it's just a beautiful gunfight win by Krim when he had to take down Shotzzy over towards the top train. So that is somewhat of the benefit of having the man advantage, right? Even though Shotzzy gets killed, it's not completely for free. You get the information. Krim knows the read he has to make. And even for Illy, whether or not he could have stuck the bomb, I think just does the right thing, goes for the guaranteed play. You know, you got the man trapped down low and just make sure you get the double chow coming with Krim. So efficient work, 10 kills already to Illy's name. Only 8 rounds in, so certainly setting himself a pace. Not wanting to go back towards this B site, though. Empire switching things up just a little bit. Admittedly, they've been here before, but they got the full clearance over towards A as well. This is a full 4-man wrap back to the Ravens. Look at them fly.
Look at them fly. They are certainly out and about. Got to see. I don't think you saw anyone there. You know the play's coming, though. Oh, with a couple of peppers. Bit of seasoning now as we get set. This main event. We're all in. We're all in on A. No one's able to back out of this one. Paul's got that wide flank covered, but Vivid, he saw a head, he saw an ankle. Seen enough. Coverage from the Ravens. Bombs flowing perfectly right now for everyone. And Chance, first team to make a mistake. I mean, we'll see how quickly these trades fly.
And also keep in mind, this is Krim versus Paul on the flank battle. Krim is like trying to crawl his way through. The timing might end up working perfectly. Meanwhile, Illy, of course, is finding picks, but Krim is behind enemy lines. Paul X now doesn't have time to flank. He's got to cut through mid and Afro, finding kills on the actual site.
Krim manages to finally get involved. That's a nice, though. 2v3 situation. Bomb still up and about. Paul wins his one. Shawnee on the flank as well. Now, like that, it's a 2v1. Vivid. Making his way through mid, he's going to dive right into Shawnee. Oh, but he lives. Oh, no, he doesn't. Right back out into it, the Diamatti. Woo. It's the Ravens now, map point. 1 more round's all they need, and Chance, this is a spicy one, man. This is a fun one. Express, thank God you're in the rotation. What a lot.
That's also a round I would love to see back again, because, I mean, thinking about the way that gets set up, Illy finds the first blood. Crimsix actually does go on a full flank and finds a pick. I don't know who was losing gunfights or where players fell, but at least from the setup from Krim's perspective, I mean, that just looks like a round that Empire should win almost every time. I don't know what kind of craziness happened in between, or maybe if Paul X and Shawnee just made the play, but certainly an interesting one, potentially a decider as Ravens 1 round away, and that is a lot of players on the Ravens trying to meet up with Shotzzy.
Yep. Man on the rear now for Empire, watching that flank. Shotzzy playing it close. Flashbangs erupt. Now that moment of silence. Trophies are down. They know that someone's going to be close by.
What a stun.
Stun. A bit of a flash check on himself, Alex, though. Again, it's just more eyes on. Will Shotzzy now go for the play? Double trophy action over here towards A. We're playing it. Shotzi's not going to get anything through. And oh boy, he plays it one close. Gets himself 1. Vivid finds the second. Ravens having a turtle up here by the top side of the maps room. Shotzzy with bomb site control almost. Afro though on the flank. What a win that was. He's still good to go. Trades are going to come through. 1v1. Afro versus Krim. And just like that, this is for the map. And that's it. Krim gets it. Oh, we've got ourselves around 11, 20 seconds on the clock. The old veteran finds his second of the round. 10-7 overall. Here we go, round 11.
This game is insane. That was an almost instantaneous 2v4, by the way, from the Ravens. If they had pulled that off, I think it was Paul X in the top window. The fact that he finds this kill, ridiculous stuff. And then even from Afro towards the end, this is this man's first CDL match, and he finds himself in a 1v1 against the actual GOAT in Crimsix. And nearly wins it. I mean, what a ridiculous game for Afro to have to start with, but Crim, I mean, he is there for the clutch. He has entered into double-digit territory as well. Obviously, Paul is also in that club within this game, but ridiculous stuff just for this round 11, and frankly, if you're Empire, I don't even know what the play call would be. I mean, this is another just 4 stat coming in from the Ravens over towards B. Last time, though, they immediately doubled back, and it looks like we're seeing the same thing again. But just the situation the Empire currently in, they have almost no information on the map, but they might be making the perfect read. As you see this bomb maybe slowly working his way towards B, or maybe not. They just don't know. They're trying to figure it out too.
The fact that they saw Afro go back in towards the B-bomb site, they got shots out, like they exchanged fire. That means they've got an idea that maybe the B plays up, the A plays up, both teams trying to feel each other out quickly. Paul will be able to see those players cross on towards the A-bomb site. 2 members of the Ravens on defense by B. We're going to split the difference and just sort of see what happens here. If they get a trade or two, here we go. That size are on. Whoa, chance this is tense.
Chauncey Well just getting information, by the way. The play up top, Vivid can only get 1. That means at least now for the Empire, they got to be concerned about the flank or concerned about the angles. 2v2 now. Chauncey able to get this bomb down, and they don't know that Afro is wrapped all the way back. I don't know if he's fired his gun yet, but I think for Empire, until they get information, they got to be a little bit concerned about the flank, but I think they might know. Guns looking straight forward.
Afro on the front line. All watching over him with that Krig. Afro's head just jumps out. Sees it. Here comes the repositioning now from the Empire. 25 seconds on the clock. Shotzzy watching down low. The Ravens now fly onto the bomb site, and here comes the immediate trades. They'll be able to get 1. Crim on the flank. They pick him up. Shotzzy from behind. Shotzzy from behind. 1v1 against Paul. Tags are up. The damage has been dealt. Shotzzy's got to play the clock. Stay alive. 10 seconds. Paul's got to find him quickly. Shotzzy may have just done it. He's only gone and done it. Crim flew out and gave his life for the map. And the Express Search and Destroy was a nail-biter. As Dallas clutch up, or they may have clutched up in the Connect 4 as well. More on that as and when it comes. But what a series this is shaping up to be in and out of game, friends. We're all tied up 1-1.
And that is truly a nutty Express Search and Destroy that we had. Crimsix, he loves that just from the top rope kind of play. I mean, we saw it 2 times within this own game. Obviously, the checkmate is a highlight, but I think a very good play call as well. I think Shotzzy hears those players jumping around the lockers, and he tries to set his teammate up. By the way, I mean, I know there's a handful of players in this league that their movement is just incredible, but Shotzzy, the highlight example, he's one shot, needs to run away from Paul X. I mean, just the instant mantle to the G-slide out the window, landing perfectly in the train behind cover. I mean, anytime just about this man mechanically needs some sort of bailout, he is able to deliver. Crazy round 11, and for Empire, what a way to fight back as well. I mean, they introed that game down 3 rounds to none, started making some adjustments. They needed a clutch. Crim delivers. They need some big plays. Illy delivers. I mean, how many 1v1s, honestly, did we have that entire game that Afro was always involved in? He just had to 1v1 Illy and Crimsix in like maybe back-to-back rounds. What a nutty way to have to intro your CDL debut.
Not a bad start, though. It has to be said. I mean, again, I was thinking about Vivid in that round. Like, he didn't have the greatest stats all in all, but at the end of the day, he's the guy watching the flank. He's having the guy. He has to get those kills in those 2v1 situations. If he gets dropped in those spots, it's all over, friends. That's a bad-looking round, but Vivid come up clutch, going huge for Empire there. Our US Army tactical play will be that final round, and again, back and forth. It barely covers it, Chance. That was so wild from start to finish, that entire map. These final few moments, you touched upon Shotzzy's movement. And again, this is that trade from Vivid. If he doesn't pick up that kill, it goes very, very differently. But man, pick Central. The AR's doing their jobs here on Express.
And the main thing for me is just the way this 2v2 developed.